All right, and we're back after intermission. Had some amazing brownies. Thank you, Bill Dandy, for those. All right, we are back in Blondie's. As the midnight oil continues to burn, most of the patrons have gone home for the evening. Many of them scared by the threat of the beast man who, sure enough, has threatened to stack the bar tomorrow. That's exactly what you intend to talk to Hardwind about, the bar's bouncer, as you were.
Well, yeah, so how do you know this guy, and what is he capable of, and what do you know about him?
It's been a long time since I've been out in the wilds. I like it here in civilization. There's perks to it. Perks. He looks over at Silkpurse's way, the cat-like bartender. I'm sorry, barmaid. She smiles back. I don't know what he says, and I don't care. She's not going anywhere unless she wants to. I'll fight for the death. I can tell you this much, though. And being one of us, you ought to know it. This guy can't back down now. He's issued a challenge. A blood challenge. He'll fight to the death, too.
We just fight to the death over there by the door.
The cats seem really determined to reenact that for us.
Thank you, Artemis and Apollo.
Hardwind motions to the street outside. Come noon, they're going to surround this place. And in the old ways, they'll probably try to burn it down if they don't get what they want. Our best bet is to be ready for them. That lady said 6, but if that's including him, we got 7 total. They can get here and get out faster than we can keep up with. So our best bet is something defensive. Now this town's mostly made out of wood, but I imagine with enough people, enough abilities going around this place, we might be able to get rid of them, maybe spook them. You've been out for a while yet. What do you think?
Well, yeah. I don't know. So where's the NPC character?
Are you talking about the one you're talking to, or the?
No,
one?
I mean the healer guy.
Oh, he's as far as you know, currently out with the others. They left a while back. Actually, they've been out for at least 15 minutes all totaled since that scream was heard, and then the others longer than that.
To see how much obligation that we really have. We didn't make the challenge. Let's see. They made the challenge to the town itself.
But unfortunately, think of these guys, the Knights of the Second Chance, is kind of,
Cops. Sheriff.
sort of, kind of, from what they're sort of there to help keep law and order. They're kind of like the Old West.
Well, like the lawmen.
Yeah. Well, you're
Kind of Pinkertons in a way.
Yeah. They're kind of sent out to do a job, and then usually they come back, and then they get another one, and they.
Absolutely.
So we're kind of obligated that if we hear that or we're sent out specifically to do that, we're kind of obligated to
Do that.
help.
I thought the church was helping us. So are we part of the church?
Yes.
You guys are certainly aligned with them. Yep.
Okay. I didn't know how much your responsibility was. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
definitely. You guys are helping each other.
All right. Well, I mean that's fine. What about the girl in question? I just talked to her.
Okay, so you actually go off to talk to her.
Yeah.
Okay, she's she actually comes up to ask if you guys need anything to drink. Gives you a little bit of a smile, which visibly annoys him. What do you say?
So, why is he interested in you, and what's your story?
Well, a lady never tells everything, but I get admirers here and there in my line of work, and some of them just don't know how to take no for an answer. Make a sense motive check. If you do not have that, that will be a wisdom.
Yeah, BD20. And I'll have to see. Yes.
6.
6 plus. Let's see if you actually have sense motive. Yeah, sense motive would be over here in your skills, and they actually are. You do not, so it is a wisdom. So you're gonna add 1 to that.
Okay, so we got 7.
Nope, that's it.
7? Okay. Yeah, even with your relatively low perception, you can tell that she's shaking a bit and trying to smile as she says that. Her story doesn't quite add up.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, I see the story going different directions. Okay. Well, I guess thanks for the information, and I guess join the others outside.
Okay. Of note, by the way, there is still the gargoyle bartender is still tending bar alongside the madam of the establishment. The ghost is still playing piano. So those are the main ones they're in right now, other than there is the blue-haired waitress. She is still in as well. Those are the ones you see in there, just notably.
Okay, well, the gargoyle said that he'd never seen him before. Not sure really what the others would have. The story's unfolding over here. So I'll join the others.
Okay. Well, if you go outside right now, you're not going to see anybody. Everybody is in their houses or out of sight. But you do know that the let's see, the vampire and give me a second here. The vampire and Fractus ran off after they heard the scream, and they were obviously running to the fields to the west. I'm sorry, to the east.
Well, somebody checking on the church.
Well, you wouldn't know about that. That was all happening while they were outside. However, that being said, as you're going out, probably about this time, you're going to see, in fact, a couple of them coming back. So we'll go ahead and move these guys out of here. Okay. And it turns out the church is pretty much right outside the door from you, so it's right over there. You can actually still see Blondie's. Okay, so you are stepping out right here. Oh, Stonefist. Meanwhile, the vampire and Fractus are heading toward the church. Okay, so you see them coming back into town, actually. They're walking through a alleyway, and they're heading toward the church. All right, what are you doing?
Okay, I guess, just go up to
Okay.
both of them, and just have them fill me in type thing.
Yep.
Okay, so what do you say?
What's going on?
Okay.
Yeah, it's been pretty bonkers already. We got murders going around. We got flipping ghost horses showing up out of nowhere. The ghost apparently can scream like a banshee.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Like he says.
I don't know. I don't know nothing.
Okay. What are you doing now?
You know, we're checking on something in the church.
Okay. Want me to join you?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay.
More the merrier.
Why not?
All right, let's head on in. If it's even open.
In fact, it is open. Inside, you find a preacher reading his book at the pulpit. What appears to be an attendant is standing nearby. There is a little boy sitting in one of the front pews, and obviously in prayer. One thing that you do notice about the church is that there are lanterns hung up. Through most of the town, you've seen typical warm lit lanterns. This one has some of those, and some that have kind of a weird blue fire in. And they are scattered about even out, one then another, then another, then another. As if an intentional thing was made to basically have both types in there in equal amounts.
Okay.
Okay, you guys walk into the church. As you do so, the preacher raises his hands. Welcome to Caliargo's Church of Illafri. I am Father Darius. I preside over this chapel. To our Lord, the God of light. We welcome all who come here to worship in peace.
Well, all right. I see the little boy.
Mm-hmm. He's sat down, obviously in thought, and again, perhaps in prayer. He's very quiet on his little pew.
Yep. I'll actually walk up to the preacher.
Okay.
I'll go. Out of character, what was his name again?
He introduced himself as Father Darius.
Yeah. Father Darius, I am practiced with the Order of the Second Chance.
We always welcome a member of the Second Chance in our halls.
May I speak to you in private about something?
Of course. He steps outside with you.
Yep. I kind of motion you two out with me.
I stay inside the church.
You stay inside? Okay.
Oh, all right.
Something to me doesn't seem right.
Okay. What are you aiming to do about it?
I scan them.
Okay. Scanning with...
I just look around.
Okay, so you're wanting to make a search check to see if anything shows up that's weird?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's roll that search check. And if you do not have search, that'll be an intelligence. But I think actually vampires do, if I remember correctly. I think they actually have bonuses on it. Search is right there. Yep, you got a +4.
That's a 7 total.
7 total? Okay. It really appears to be a typical frontier church. There's, again, the most unusual thing about it is the fact that there are these lanterns. That being said, you know what? Go ahead and roll a spellcraft check if you're wondering about those.
19.
Okay. Notably, the blue lights are not for nothing. What those are called is soul lanterns. And they basically use an ectoplasm in part of their fuel source. They are said to be comforting to ghosts. And given that you've seen multiple ghosts in this village already, and we know that they walk among the humans just like normal, that is really the church's way of saying welcome. They're being neighborly.
Yeah. How diddly ho, neighborliness. Alright, so me and Stonefist are out with Father Darius.
Mhm.
Alright.
How can I help the Order of the Second Chance?
Well, there's been incidents recently kind of vaguely explain about the old man.
The murder.
Vaguely.
Okay, how vague is vague? Because depending on what you say, he'll respond accordingly.
Yeah.
Just say it like you would.
Yeah. There's been... well, no way to sugarcoat it. There's been an attack.
An attack?
Yes. I can't think of the old man's name. What?
You say old man?
No.
Well, if you can't remember in character,
Yeah.
you would say old man.
Yeah.
Are you talking about old Ulysses who runs the general store?
That's the one.
Attacked? Oh no, is he alright? Tell me everything.
Yep, and I do leave out the... well, no, actually I wouldn't, so...
Okay.
So, we were... well, our friend, we've already seen, the vampire.
Yes.
And the husband of the wife had asked her to do something about it. She refused.
I see.
But when me and another member of the order went to check on the old man, he was found effectively disemboweled with what we think is an axe. We talked to the husband, and he said someone came back here about 2 months ago from logging camps, and he hasn't been quite right.
You're speaking of Fabrice.
Yep. And I know he mentioned that his boy has been here, who I assume is at the front too, correct?
Yes. Garrisol is a curious young man. I believe that his curiosity is well-intentioned, but perhaps misguided. He has been looking into matters of mythology within our tomes. In particular, what he believes is ways to defend against monsters. But you must understand, this kingdom lives in fear. Throughout our history, we've been attacked left and right by various monstrous forces. The Night of Rising Bones alone was horrifying. To imagine our own honored dead rising against us, having to be driven out like common monsters. Is it any surprise that a young man's fantasies might run away with him? He believes that he's seen strange lights and sounds, shadows, near his homestead. We've never seen anything of the sort, but how could we tell him otherwise?
True that.
Indeed, my purpose as the chaplain of this community is to keep the calm. It calms him to think that he has some chance against these monsters, but you and I both know that is where your order comes in.
Yep. Well, if he is seeing shadows and things of the sort, sounds like it's in our jurisdiction to do something about it. At least calm his mind.
I ask only that you be discreet. These are simple folk. They lead simple lives, and that's the way they like it.
Very well. Thank you, Father.
He goes back inside.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you doing anything while this is all going on?
I play with the flames with the candles.
Okay.
Simple parlor tricks.
As you are,
Flames goes on. Flames goes out. Flames goes
Oh,
on.
you are being a goofball. You know that.
as you are doing this, actually, the lady assistant comes up to you. Hello, my name is Agnes. I'm the wife of Darius and help him run the church here. I see you've taken an interest in one of our soul lanterns. Do you know the history?
Yeah.
Actually, out of character, do you?
She did roll the spellcraft for it.
Oh, yeah, so
Yep.
she would, yeah. Never mind then. I kind of spaced out on that.
We crafted them ourselves. We take a somewhat more optimistic view of those who are different, especially if they're trying to make good.
He's just so enamored.
Flame goes on.
As Father Darius walks in, he places a hand on Garrisol's shoulder. How goes the research, young man? I think I may have understood this ward. if I understand right, and the circle is tight enough, they shouldn't be able to get through it, right? Well, it takes a bit of practice. Why don't you stay over a while and keep reading? I'm sure your parents won't mind, he says, looking knowingly toward the door. As this is going on, what do you guys do?
I nod to the preacher and I head out
Okay.
with them.
Agnes waves behind. Good luck and Godspeed.
Godspeed.
That's a weird coming out of your character's mouth.
So, what time is this?
We are presumably about 1 in the morning right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so most people would sleep
Be-
during the
Exactly.
time, most
Yeah,
characters,
it's
so,
Yes.
there's not a whole lot we can do right
so
now.
you just basically
Well-
we just lodge for the night and wait for morning type thing.
If that's what you guys are choosing to do.
I mean,
I was gonna say I'll need to talk to Monty about what information we just got
Um,
when he shows, because I know him and
Unless the axe murderer is raving man and psychotic and everything like that,
well,
and
we don't know
yeah.
anything right now. All we know is there's been
that's entirely up to you guys.
A
Do
murder
you want
mystery.
to investigate the property right now while the young man is at the church?
folks are probably home still though. That's the
Mhm.
problem.
That is entirely true.
Yeah.
Do you okay, our character? Do you want the vampire to go do some investigation?
Not by yourself, no.
Out of character, that's up to the vampire to decide, and what she says in character.
Yeah. Stonefist is right though. It is getting fairly late,
Yeah,
and we have the bandits to deal with in the morning.
This is true.
that's true.
For what good it'll do at least 2 of you. A little bit of rest wouldn't hurt. Is that a character? I don't sleep either.
No, gargoyles have no need to sleep or eat. Well, they eat, but they
But
have
not
their
for
own
the same
specific diet.
But
yeah.
not for the same
Yeah,
reason.
for them, eating is much like drinking a potion.
Yeah.
It's they eat specific types of rocks and metals depending on their particular shell, which depends on their amount of power.
I sleep differently.
All you really need is a pinch of grave dirt, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
If you got a pinch of your grave dirt, you can sleep just about anywhere.
Yep.
Yeah, which I do have.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, you
One would
have to-
assume a traveling vampire would keep it in a vial of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
Or-
I got a vial of dust.
Yeah.
I got a vial of dust. Just inside it. Copyright.
okay, I guess my character would lodge for the night.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Because I'm only sitting at bean type thing.
yeah, while this is all going on, Beldandy, what is Corey and Rufus up to?
Corey and Rufus went with
Oh, that's right. They
Monty
went.
to go
You're right. Okay, so let's go ahead and
the body.
pick up on that real quick.
The body.
The body.
The body.
Are you gonna dissect it?
No.
Are you gonna go inside the body?
No. I'm going to actually
That would just be weird.
look closely at the wound and see if it's an axe, as surmised, or if it could be some other sharp-bladed object, because God knows that there are so many bladed objects in,
A farm.
in this, especially in this time period.
Mm-hmm.
There are scythes, there are sickles, there are
Plenty of tools
axes,
of
there
disembowel.
are planers,
Mm-hmm.
Many tools for disembowel.
exactly. And depending on how ragged the edges of the wound is,
Yeah, that's one of their hidey holes too.
It's Jesse.
And she thumped.
are you trying to be a dead kitten?
My brother Noel's the best. Sleeping like a dead kitten.
Oh my. Okay. Wait a moment here to load this up. Alright. Our very dead old man. And oops. Come back here. He's actually out cold. Alright. Now she is right there. Okay. This is Moderato and Corey. Is Rufus with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
She ain't gonna let that horse out of her sight for a while.
Yep. Alright. He'll be hanging out over here. Alright.
I think Stonefist has found a friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Corey and Moderato, as you approach the house, you hear a different kind of wailing. It's pretty clear that the secret is out. Carla, daughter of Ulysses, is cradling her father's body on the porch. Lambert stands nearby, staring at the ground, obviously troubled.
I am sorry for the loss of your loved one. But to be more helpful in finding who killed him, may I take a look at his body more closely?
Let's make that a diplomacy check, and we'll go ahead and roll that.
I do not, but...
I'll say if you don't, then it'll be a charisma.
$17.
I'm going to say under the circumstances this will be good. Carla looks up through her matted red hair. There's a fire in her eyes. As she stands back, she nods. You find out who did this. You find out and you bring him to justice.
That's the plan, ma'am. Corey leans over and starts looking at the body very
Okay.
closely.
You are going to be making a search check here.
Is it search or would it be gather information?
Gather information is a
It's more
charisma based because
speaking.
it represents, talking around town to find out what's going on. Mm-hmm. I would also accept a heal check because it would represent knowledge of, but realistically, this is probably more of a search.
I don't have heal either, but
Okay, and it'll be an intelligence check.
60. Oh, I do have surge.
Okay.
That would be a 22.
Okay, with a 22.
What do my dead eyes see?
I also need you to make a simultaneous spellcraft check.
Oh no, that I have to.
Mhm.
Oh, that's a 26.
Nice.
Was that the first 20 of the game?
Yes.
Ah!
Oh, a nat 20?
Yes.
Okay.
Although
You notice quite a bit, actually. First and foremost, yes, this is absolutely an axe wound.
Okay.
The manner in which it entered is pretty consistent with the manner in which wood is chopped.
Is
Specifically
it...
a tree.
Okay, so it's...
This looks like it was done by a professional
Horizontal.
logger. Mhm.
Mm.
Secondly, much more disturbingly, in fact, the wound is already infected, but not by necrosis as we know it. It appears to be some kind of dark, corrupted ectoplasm. Either there was something very bad inside of him, or something very bad attacked him.
Okay.
Examining the wound and with your check, I would say that you can tell the corroded ectoplasm seems to be only in the wound itself. Nowhere else in the body is it found.
Okay. So it came so I can discern that it came externally.
Yes.
There's no
It
way.
appears he was attacked by some kind of malevolent spirit.
Don't forget forget you got a
I
monster with you.
am not going to tell the daughter that. I am going to actually turn to
The husband?
Monty.
Oh, Monty. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was like Morris. That's not right.
That's awesome. You guys have got like all these different nicknames for
Well,
you.
hell yeah.
All of them M's.
Yep.
Montana Max.
I hope not.
Hey, man, I need to speak to you.
M-man away.
So she's actually going to, she's going to thank Carla
Mm-hmm.
for letting her look at her father's body. And actually,
There'll be a funeral in a few days if you want to come.
I will. Don't move. Don't touch his wound. I would advise you not to touch his wound any more than you have to.
Is he diseased? Is there something wrong?
I'm not sure.
Lambert
yet.
steps up at this point. If there's anything we should know for the public health, we should do something about it.
Nothing that I am for sure about, but I want.
If we
you
need to burn
be
the body,
safe.
and she shouts over, Lambert!
His body doesn't need to be burned, and in fact, embalmment is, well, actually they wouldn't embalm it because that's not a thing yet.
Mhm.
But yet, prepare it as normal. Just take care to touch the wound as little as possible with bare hands. I'm not for sure, but it looks malevolent.
Malevolence? What do you mean?
As soon as I know more, I promise to tell. But I need to do some research. And I need to speak with my cohort.
Lambert attempts to place his hand on Carla. Honey, you hurt her. There's something wrong with that wound. We shouldn't touch it. Don't touch me! And about that time, you guys are stepping away.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's never seen anything quite like that before, because most of the ghosts around she's ever seen are not malevolent.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why she's
course.
leery of it. And she doesn't know what it could do to them.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
They're
you and
still
Moderado have
fleshy.
stepped aside.
And she basically, because I'm sure he heard
How did
what
she say
said. Dude, whatever cut him wasn't human. Whatever cut him open was an axe, but it wasn't human. And it wasn't anything corporeal. Some kind of gnarly spirit did this. I don't know what. But maybe that's the light I keep seeing?
I'm of the same mind.
Let's get back with everybody else. By now, they're probably back at the inn. I mean, you gotta sleep too. So,
Yes, and we do have a long day tomorrow.
yeah.
All right. Leaving Ulysses' farm behind and all that lies there.
He can't ride my horse.
No, unfortunately not.
'Cause I don't think we gave him anything that he could become corporeal. And even if I become corporeal, he couldn't.
As far as you know, Rufus is just a ghost horse.
Rufus!
Spooky ghost horse.
Mm-hmm.
Solid,
Solid.
as opposed to ghost-like.
For the most part, a ghost cannot touch this
Mm-hmm.
unless they become corporeal. So when the dude walked through Corey, the reason she got so mad is that's rude because he literally walked through her
Mhm.
whole being.
Yep.
Just like you would walk through air. Well, he was being disrespectful because she's
Oh,
still
majorly.
sentient.
Yes.
And that's why I said she went corporeal, because I can do that a few times and so many times per day
Mm-hmm.
for so long. And she tried to punch. Well, she did. Well, she tried to punch him
He attempted
because
to
she was
punch him.
pissed. Because that was a major sign of disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of like somebody walking up to you and punching you in the face for no good reason. That was essentially what he did to her.
Mm-hmm.
So she was punching back.
Okay. Alrighty. You guys, of course, are going to be lodging down for the night. It's a relatively uneventful night. In the morning, you will, of course, be heading back to Blondie's. One second. Gotta look at where. Okay. Yes, there's our doors right there. All right.
Actually, Corey is going to go to the church.
She will? Okay.
Yes. To do research.
Okay, that's what she's doing overnight? What research is she looking to do?
She's looking up to see what this malevolent goo could be and what could have caused it.
She'll
have to go. I know she'll have to go corporeal.
Right, in the morning, or you could, in fact, ask the preacher to help out. I'm sure he'd be happy to.
It'd be late. They'd be asleep. She'd just go corporeal long enough to do what she needed to do.
I would even argue that you could use Mage Hand to move the pages around.
She can move it. Yeah, I forgot about that.
And in this small of a usage of it, I'll say go for it. All right, give me a second. Do you have... I'll actually say that will be a research check, since you probably don't have that as a skill necessarily.
I think I may have taken it.
Okay, while you're doing that, I'll continue setting up the bar here.
I did not, because it's not there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not normally as such. Alright. Bear with me here as I'm loading up our bar.
But I'm not in combat, so I can take.
Right.
Max it out.
Okay. Predictably, the young teenager did not show up for work today. She understandably didn't want to be there when there was going to be an attack. Silkpurse, the one, is the one on staff. And the other one that you remember from the morning, who is a bit older lady with darker skin, who had been kind of joking with everybody, did show up. So, 1 second. I'm missing something over here. Give me a second. Uh-huh.
Is that James?
It could be.
Yep.
It is.
I know that turtle. What?
There's some couple here.
Oh,
Oh, there they are. Okay. And there he is. All right. Okay. He's absolutely behind the bar. There. Actually, yep. Okay. Likewise, their son, the brat, is not there. He told them that he was going to stay with his girlfriend to keep her safe, of course. Yeah. Okay. Oh, definitely our spirit piano player will be here. Right. All right, you guys enter the bar. You will not be able to bring Rufus in, so what are you doing with him?
She's actually going to move Rufus probably into one of the alleys.
Okay. Just a random alley? You sure?
Probably behind.
Okay, behind them?
Yeah. So
all right.
Out of.
I'm guessing you tie him up as much as you can? Okay.
As best as you can tie up a ghost horse.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now you guys have entered the... There's Stonefist,
Time I'm
Moderato, Fractus, Corey, and Rosa. All right. As you guys enter, Hardwind actually walks up, shakes Stonefist's hand. You came. Good. Now what's the plan?
Kick ass.
It would be the plan. Question.
When they get here, whoop their ass. That's the plan.
Right then.
There's no strategy.
Well, other than prevent the town from getting, for the market from getting burned down, obviously.
We know what we're up against, Hardwind interjects.
I would think Beastmen would be subjected to a code of honor type thing.
They're bandits. They have no honor.
Yeah.
You think it's Beastmen? They wouldn't do like a one-on-one battle?
Wait a minute. I think you have something there. You're right. If indeed they were a part of any tribal unit, by challenging the leader, you could disband this whole thing.
Yeah.
Silkpurse walks up. All right. All right. Before I came here, I was the daughter of a chieftain. I was arranged to marry that thing out there. But I couldn't. I couldn't. So I ran.
I don't
I
blame
started over, and now he wants me back. He wants me because if he marries me, he will be chief.
Well, we're definitely not going to let that happen.
You don't want to go? You don't gotta go.
Exactly.
But they don't see it that way. It's not as simple as saying no. You have to prove your rights. And you do that through combat. If you could challenge him, if you could win, then maybe, if they follow the way of the blood, they'll leave.
That would be the most honorable way to go about it. You would still respect the Beastman code as the Beastman. So yeah, let's do that. Just one-on-one combat to see if it dispels everything.
Are you sure you know what you're getting into, stranger? He's pretty strong.
Okay, let's see what he's got.
All right. As if on cue.
Wah,
Wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah.
wah. Welcome to the new spaghetti restaurant.
I know you're in there.
Dude, we're right here. What the hell?
It's time. Do I get her or do I get your bar?
You get your ass kicked! Go get him!
There you
Go get him.
go.
Get her. That was your whole plan. Get her.
Get her? That was your whole plan?
Well, no, I
Poke her
would
with a
approach
stick.
my fellow Beastman here and put the proposal out to him there.
All right, so you
One-on-one
step up.
battle for rights and honors as Beastmen and see if he respects that code of honor. If I win, of course they leave town. That leaves the girl alone. He wins. I guess he would get the girl. That would be part of the Beast code. That would be fair.
Longtooth snarls, fire in his eyes. You can see the hairs on the back of his neck standing up. He looks around at his men. They look at him as if waiting for an answer. He knows he can't say no. Well, that is the honor of the way of the blood. All right. We'll do this right here. Men, make a circle. Nobody gets in or out of this bar until we're finished with our business here. Yes, sir! They make a circle.
I quickly go over to Stonefist. Can I have them when we're done?
No.
We time for that later.
They don't kill each
Got
other,
all
do
that
they?
Stonefist
I
concentrate.
don't think they kill each other.
Normally,
Not
these
normal.
bouts are
Yeah.
basically wrestling matches. They can be submission holds. It entirely depends on how vicious it gets. Just like with jousting and any other honorable combat, accidents do happen.
Out of character. Remember I was telling you about the computer going ape shit?
Oh, sure enough.
The bubbles got real stoned.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty.
Figured you'd like to see that at least once. I didn't disappoint.
I told you my character gets good low. Happy with it.
Okay.
So, in other words, she gets put under the bar and tied up.
Stonefist. High or
just
low?
to be on the safe side.
Let's go low.
Okay.
That woman is wearing at least 2 pairs of shoes, and I'm trying to figure out where she's wearing the other pair.
What?
Have you never heard that song and really listened to it?
What?
All right.
Tell you later. Remind me to tell you. Yeah, she's wearing at least 2 pairs of shoes.
Roll initiative.
You roll a d20.
He's offering 20 plates.
It really does look like an offering plate. The other one's almost worse.
Yeah.
This is all 20 die.
Mm-hmm. Now this will be, and then we'll have to look and see what your
Attacks are.
the weapons are, and then that'll depend on what the
High
you
level
got a
6.
6 plus you will have. Oh, we didn't put in what his initiative.
Your
is.
initiative is otherwise your dex if you don't have improved initiative.
I don't think he does.
Which,
I don't think any of us took improved
No.
initiative.
Nope.
so for a 10, he got a 10.
Okay.
I'm gonna write it in just so that it's yours. Because I always forget.
Oh yeah, that's
From about 10 foot back, Longtooth scratches at the ground with his claw. Brings his hand claws out. I'm gonna make you squeal. Runs at you and tackles you down. Grapple check.
Okay, opposed grapple. You're gonna roll a d20 as well. You got a 17, and then there's a spot on here that actually says grapple. So you add this to that. So 17, 17 and 5, yeah, 22. You got a 22 grapple.
You actually won that one. All right. Now that you've done this, you can attempt to pin. That's another opposed grapple.
So roll it again.
I'm sitting at.
You're. I've got my hand.
Oh.
I've got my hand on you. Make sure
You got a 7
Okay.
this time.
That's total.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting at the bar, just licking my teeth.
Okay.
Okay.
How much total?
7.
Oh, 7?
7.
Okay. So at this point, you guys have gotten back into a lock. Nobody's pinned. Another opposed grapple. Ooh.
Okay, got a 6 on this one. So 6 and what was it again?
The 5.
The 5, 6.
So that's 11.
11.
Okay. He maintains a pin.
Or does he get a pin?
He gets a pin.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He pins you down, stands up, backs up. First round goes to me.
Alright. So it's 2 out of 3.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. It is your turn. Moving forward to grapple.
So 13 plus 5 is 18.
Okay. You actually win that one. You can attempt to pin.
Okay. And 19.
You got that one. You pin him.
Penny.
You got lucky, punk. All right. 1 and 1. His turn. Rushes in. Okay, this time he got considerably high. That's
Okay.
a 26 total.
Come on, big numbers, no whammies.
Yeah, we got 12, 12, and 5, 17.
17.
Okay, he's gonna attempt to pin.
Okay, so you're gonna roll again.
Oh shit! I've only got a 12.
You can beat a 12.
We got a 5.
So I got a 10. No.
Oh shit!
2-1.
Yeah.
Can I have cards? Am I gonna
Do what?
Like walk
Oh, Missy.
Oh my goodness!
Blondie wants to be the ring ghost girl.
Okay.
Dude, I thought. Come on. Do the thing.
Okay.
It's 2 out of 3, huh? Well, this is just between these men. It's not considering the other characters. So my character would honor the code, basically, beat you fair and square.
Yeah, but we're letting you do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But our cute little.
She steps outside. This is the code. You won. You won.
I don't think so.
Nope. About this time, you feel a furry hand brush past you as Hardwin walks outside.
There we go.
This match was an error. On 2 counts. Longtooth looks up. Explain yourself. In first, I can clearly see from the level of power displayed here that it was a mismatch. You are a raider, and he is at the level of a Battlecub. It is known that a chief cannot challenge a cub. In second, your quarrel was never with these outsiders, but with her champion. He throws off his armor, and that is I.
Whoa.
Kick his ass!
Without even a word,
Yeah.
he charges and grapples him.
Yeah, buddy.
High or low?
Let's go high this. Oh.
Nice.
Oh, Regis has been using
You want to talk about a nice edge? I rolled a 51.
it.
Wow, couldn't cut that in.
The battle is intense. And when I say intense, I mean parts of the wall are getting broken because these two are bashing each other through them.
This is like full on.
There is
Hell
blood
itself.
all over the alleyway.
Calm yourself.
I just take my finger and go.
When it's over, Longtooth isn't just pinned. He's almost flayed open. What is left of him whimpers out of the alley. His men, bound by the code, must follow.
Yeah, get out of here, you assholes! Burn down this town. Jerk faces.
Hardwin barely props himself up. Silkpurse rushes out to hold him.
Monty.
Come on, big guy. Let's get you inside. You should see the other guy. He passes
did,
out.
genius.
I go out to help.
Moderato follows.
Yep.
Allow me.
Monty medic!
He places a hand upon Hardwin, both hands actually. And within moments, Hardwin is healed to his former self. Wounds close, blood stops flowing. He stands up, wipes the sweat off his brow. Thanks, little guy, I feel a lot better. Of course, all in the service of our Lord.
I just stare at the blood.
Dude, just go clean it off. You can look it up.
As Hardwin comes by, he places a hand on your shoulder. Sorry, I wasn't able to leave much for you. She takes him on inside.
You got a couple of vials on you, probably.
I just leave it alone. I'm like, yeah, it's gone cold.
At this point, all the shopkeepers step out and begin cheering.
Woo!
Woohoo!
So I walk past Hardwind. As I pass
Stonefist.
Stonefist, I pat him on the side. Good work, Battlecub. And out of character, you know you're gonna hear that at work. Good job, Battlecub.
There you go, Battlecub.
Yeah, but congratulations, you're part of your first D&D joke.
Oh,
Inside D&D joke.
And for the record, that guy was considerably leveled above you. You did very well there.
Oh yeah, the fact that you pinned him.
One pin.
Yeah.
Yep. You will definitely be getting XP for that,
Oh heck
among
yeah.
other things.
Woo!
All right, so you guys have successfully defended the town. There's still a murderer loose, and we're approaching the end of this campaign for tonight.
Woo!
Next time, there's an axeman loose. There's a few suspects, and there's definitely something rotten in town.
Rotten in the state of Denmark.
I don't think we're in Denmark.
We've learned a bit more about Corey.
Yay!
I'm sure we'll learn quite a bit more about Rufus.
Yay, Rufus!
Will Rosa ever get a square meal?
I mean, we could make it square.
Fractus naturally continues to protect his herd. And Stonefist has made a few friends.
Battlecub.
Battlecub.
Till next time. Thanks for watching.